we're in transition from my actual equipment, so streaming off the phone again tonight. But it actually looks okay. Hopefully the audio is not terrible. Shouldn't be. But yeah. Actually, let me get this opened up. There we go. I hope you've all been having a good evening so far. I know we're back on schedule. I've got 4 different notebooks to kind of figure out which one we're writing in today. This is volume 1. I think this one's full. Yeah. So this one's done entirely. That's the one that is being worked into the book. Got the bonuses. And I believe this one was the beginning of volume 2. So maybe we can go back to work on this one. That'll work. Let's get this out of the way. Sorry, things are in the way. Someday I'll have a desk big enough for all my nonsense, but that day is not today. There we go. Let's see, are you guys gonna be, you won't be able to see me when I scoot up to my desk, so I guess I will sit a little ways back like I am now, and we can just write just like this. If this is your first time tuning in, what I do here is I take prompts from chat and I write short poems. We filled up a couple of these notebooks, 1.5, and then various other like thirds and fourths of other books that I have scattered all over the place because I can't seem to keep track of a notebook all the way through. So I've got a bunch that I'm working on right now. We have the one that we've already filled up. You can see this is all filled with prompt poems from chat, which is pretty exciting. I write poetry as a form of self-therapy, and it helps me unwind and relax, so it's just what I like to do, and it seems to be a very helpful thing for processing other people's emotions and my own. If you've got a prompt or something that's bugging you and you'd like some words to put with it, or just want to see what I do with a prompt, if you feel like being goofy, feel free to post it in chat, and I'll write a short poem. Usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see where we landed with the idea. Thank you for tuning in, and I've got a couple of prompts to get started with, so I'll start writing. And I know I'm streaming off the phone tonight, so I don't have any music or anything for the background, but we're in transition for my actual streaming setup, and hopefully that'll be set up soon. Thank you for being here, and if you have anything you'd like a poem about, feel free to post it in chat. Let's see, I don't like having to look so far over to find you guys, so maybe that's a good spot for you. And I think I'm going to shave my face tonight. If you're here for shock and awe, I think I'm going to end up shaving tonight. What's up, Roblox server? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. It's something that I've been toying with the idea of, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe when I write, I'll get over that desire, but it's been kicking around my head for a lot of the day and a lot of the summer. Yeah, I don't like having to look so far over, so I think I'm going to actually move you guys. Oh, not like that. Let's see, I can move this. Let's lift you guys up. Let's get this camera out of the way. There, maybe that'll work a little better. I don't know if that'll be too far away now or if that'll be good. Oh, I'm very small in this one now. Yeah, this looks like the old online courses you'd sign up for on YouTube. Yeah, okay. So maybe we just don't use the tripod. Thank you for bearing with me while we get this figured out. So let's take you guys out of this tripod. Steal the charger. Let's go back to the tried and true here. What's going on, Cody? Good to see you, good to see you. Oh, I haven't been doing very many lives, Cody. There's nothing to really apologize for. Summer's been busy as heck for me too, my friend. It's good to see you. Glad you could be here. It's good to see your username pop up. Appreciate you. We have, I think I'm going to do something a little wild tonight. I'm going to end up shaving my beard off. So if you like shock and awe, I think I'm going to do it. I was talking about it before I ever posted the camera, turned the camera on, and I think tonight's going to be the night. It's just bothering me. I took a shower right after work today and I still feel dirty even though I washed my beard. So we'll write a few poems, do some hanging out, do some decompressing, and maybe I'll end stream with that. I won't end with it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do a couple more after. It will be a change, yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, it's good to hear you've been busy. Have you been getting things set up with your art stuff? Is that off the ground? Or are you doing other stuff for the summer? I've got one I'm working with right now, but feel free to post a prompt. Absolutely. You know how it works. Oh, my little prompt book is not in my desk. We can use the scorecard. Nope. We'll use this old bill as the prompt keeper. There we go. No, the one I'm working on right now is making art with someone else's garbage or trash. It was one that somebody submitted to the email address, and it's kind of cool. I don't have to think about them, and it's neat seeing people's prompts, like even when I'm not on live, because it gives me a little bit of time to think about them, and I get a little bit more of a workshop in my mind while I'm at work. But we'll start this one. We'll call it 8:45. I need recording devices, at least one more, and I'm ready to start the channel. I'm reading to start the channel. I'm starting work for a local haunted house. That's awesome. That's a super cool gig. Is it a seasonal thing or is it a year-round haunted house? Seasonal. Okay. Gotcha. That's cool. I don't know if year-rounds are a thing a lot. We have a couple, not in my city, but I know in my state we have a couple of like all-time haunted houses, and I don't know how much business they get during the rest of the year, but it seems like a pretty cool business. I meant to say ready to start the channel. Okay, I read it the right way and then went back and fixed it. Gotcha. Recording devices, you mean camera or like audio recording? I assume you're doing drawing stuff, so I remember you talking about. So probably a visual, like a video recorder, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of phone you have, but like even if it's a smartphone to get started with, like that's what I'm streaming on right now. It's just on my phone. I'm in like transition of my streaming setup. So I've got a new mic, my audio mixer, and that stuff sitting over in my closet ready to be installed. Doth thou lookest longingly upon yon youthful past? No, I don't have very many regrets about when I was a youth. But I am looking solemnly at my chat box and trying to make sure I keep up with it while I'm writing. Thanks, JH. Some blacklight stuff and just some regular abstract painting. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I don't know if you want like a full setup, like an in place all the time. You don't have to move it. If you're painting on canvases and stuff, that would make sense if you have like a studio area set up for that. I've been trying to get a studio set up for my streaming and like that kind of stuff, but I still do a lot of mobile, like walking around. Sorry, I'm talking a lot with my hands. I do a lot of walking around and sitting in different places still when I'm streaming from the phone. It's pretty convenient, actually. It's nice when you find an angle that you can kind of see the book, like while I'm writing. It's not exactly in frame, but kind of a happy accident. Oh, I see, JH. You mean because of my head tilt? Yeah, it's because ordinarily when I'm writing, my head will just lean to the left, so this is my way of stopping that. Trying to look dignified, right? Oh, that's why this is weird. Stand by. I figured out what's wrong. There we go. I figured out what's wrong. I don't do a lot of haiku writing, JH. I do a lot of 3 and 4 stanza, like speed writing kind of poems. I don't do a lot of haiku writing. It's just not my favorite form of expression. But I will be reading this poem that I'm writing right now as soon as I finish it. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes and then a little bit of time when I'm talking to chat and stuff. So should be just a little bit more. But yeah, I do readings as soon as I finish with the book, or the poem. It is coming along almost as well as it's been coming along when I first got it put together. I've been so busy this summer, I have not had time to get it formatted in a way that I'm happy with. Like, I've been running pretty much balls to the wall all summer. It should be evening out as time goes on. On pins and needles, find me presently. I appreciate you, JH. I hope that I live up to the expectation. My streaming schedule and my content should start to level out. I just got a new mixer and a new microphone for the channel, so I'm going to start posting my spoken word poetry to the channel again soon. As soon as I can replace the crappy mic and get things set up. I have a recording booth to go right here. So actually, sorry, this is going to be a second, JH. But so I've got the new mic, the Rode NT1 to get installed. And then I got the Go XLR audio mixer, so I can have that all set up. And I got this portable vocal booth, so I'm going to try to set this up on this wall next to my computer and just kind of turn this empty space into something usable. And that should level up the audio for the channel like exponentially. But I finally got a job closer to town, so I'll be able to come home every night. I'm not working, like, I am still working the commute away from home, but I get to come home every day. I'm not stuck in the camper. I won't be doing any more camper streams, so I'm going to be streaming at home in this setup and having time to put into the channel as fall turns into winter and stuff. So hopefully the book will be released as soon as that comes in. My main book is supposed to come out in September. That's my target date, but that's probably going to get pushed back the way things are going. No, I have not. I have not written my own version of the Nantucket Man, but that could be a fun project. I only know dirty versions of that poem, so. Don't forget the camper. Yes, I will not forget the camper. I need to get it roadworthy again so I can get it home. It's been sitting for so long that the valve stems have cracked out, the tires are flat. It's been sitting in that one spot for coming up on 5 years. Thanks, Judgment. It's my favorite one. I think it's the reason why most people comment on my videos versus me. I think this is more popular than I am by a long shot. I appreciate you saying so. LJ Soderland, I enjoy your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. It's the first thing I noticed. Yeah, that's why I ended up buying it. JH, you're quite the poet yourself, my friend. Just what's posted on Instagram, Cody. I haven't seen anything like behind the scenes or anything like that. I'm a dog person. Yeah, it's not close. I have 4 dogs. I can't change. I like cats, but do you have a particular poetry style you prefer? So most of the stuff that I write on stream is going to be in the same structure, and because I have a time limit, I usually do 4 stanzas, but for most of what I write on stream, it's 3 stanzas, and then I do a very traditional every other line rhyme, and I've been trying to deviate from that. Sometimes I won't stick to it as firmly, especially if I'm trying to be intentionally adverse to what I would be comfortable with. So I've done a few where I just won't rhyme at all and I will just try to write something that is a powerful expression. And I've done some where I rhyme every single line. I've changed it up a little bit. If people have special requests, I'll do my best to fill them. Like I enjoy the challenge that comes with it. So, but as far as style I prefer, I'm pretty traditional in that regard. Good question. Let it flow how it comes. Yeah, that's how a lot of how I like to write. It's just I actually have done a deep dive on stream before where I'll have the camera like right over the page and I will be talking about what my brain is doing while I'm writing. And it's a lot slower when I have to stop and explain. Like stopping to talk to chat is I really enjoy it, but it makes me have to really think about what's happening as I'm writing, and it's not the easiest thing to do. A sip of a can, yon poet man, before you stand with phone in hand. A dog prefers, he rhymed, ye swerve, he challenging him. Challenge embraceth, deep dive ye braveth. All right, I'll keep writing, JH. I'm sorry. Is that is it just JH or should I be going j, j? Is that how I talk to you? J. Good point, j. No one knows my words have been bound. And that's time. 25 minutes straight up. Okay, so 11 minutes. Nope, that would take us to 20, so it would be 16 minutes and 15 seconds. A little over 15 minutes for the first one. The prompt is making art with someone else's trash, and I wrote this poem in a little bit over 15 minutes. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've seen treasure in the trash, thrown away without a second thought, it's true, replaced with the new and shiny in exchange for cash. Masterpieces molded from rust, canvases textured with wisdom's labor. When materials are scarce, in creation we trust, carving sculptures for the eyes to savor. I smile every time I walk the landfill, taking note of all the pieces I can make into more. This art known as survival, a mandatory course for those who know poor. I really fumbled over my words in the last little bit of that poem, but I really like how that one came out. Yeah, so I like where we landed on that one. Making art with someone else's trash. That one was a prompt that got emailed to me off stream. If you guys have something you'd like a prompt written about, I know I saw Cody's Camper, Where Art Thou? I'll put that in my goofy prompt list. I don't know what to do with that. To me, that means like home away from home, so I think that's where I would probably take it. I'm still not smoking cigarettes. That's awesome, Cody. Good to hear. That's great. That was nice, especially while by the fire chilling outside. Yeah, I wanted to be out on the porch for this stream, and the weather turned. It started to look poopy, like right as I was walking outside. It's like super windy on my back porch. So I came inside instead. All right, I'm gonna start working on Camper, and I'm gonna do my little spin on it. For those of you whose names I haven't seen before, I work away from home, or I did. I have worked away from home for about 5 years, where I commute to the job site on Mondays and I work on the job site, stay in a camper year round, and I come home like Friday afternoons. So for the last like almost 5 full years, my weekday home has been a little 13-foot casita camper. And I have a stream set up in there where I just put my phone on the table on a little tripod, and that's where I started these poetry streams, was sitting in that camper. And like the windows are spray painted for privacy, and it's definitely not the crispest setup, but there's something kind of cozy about it, and it's been a big part of my life. So that's where the camper, Where Art Thou prompt is coming from Cody. And I'm going to put in parentheses home away from home, because it's what it has been to me over the last few years. No, that's awesome. Is writing poetry your full-time, or is it just a hobby? I mean, it must be nice doing something you love full-time like poetry, and a hobby you like. It's the dream, working a job you love. I wish it was my full-time. I have a book published, and I'm working on a third book now. But no, I have a regular job. I'm a low voltage electrician. I work for the railroad in my state, and I do signal maintenance. So I have a real job. This is something that I have been doing as a side hobby, passion project, and I started posting short content on my YouTube channel when I started my sobriety journey to help hold myself accountable. And I've been kind of expanding my the writing side of my channel as I go on that journey. But eventually, if I could do this every day and make a living doing it, I would love it. I mean, I would love to be able to be at that point in my life, but I'm not there yet. I still have a regular W-2, and as I get further into the hobby, it's still going to be something that I love to do. I haven't burned out on it yet, and I appreciate that. It would be really nice to be able to do it full time. Hey, bird. Welcome, welcome. You fly out. Oh, that's tomorrow. You're still here. Okay, cool. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's start this one. 30 minutes, 20 seconds. I am packing and watching. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, don't let me distract you. You are the background noise. Oh, I'm sorry I don't have any music playing then. It's just my soothing, monotonous voice. But you'll be excited, Bird. I am going to shave my beard off on this stream at some point tonight, so we can plan for a little bit of excitement coming later in the stream. I suppose. I had already decided to do it, and I didn't want to do it before stream, so I figured I would just do it on stream and let my regular viewers kind of be there for that, so it's not a shock and awe for them. I don't even know what you look like without it. Yeah, it's not a look that I do very often. It's usually like once a year where I will, like now, like the last week, 2 weeks, I've been super bugged. Like it's been really annoying, and I just want to like grab it in both hands and just rip it out of my face. And today, after the shower, I got out, washed my beard, like did what I do, and it still like just feels annoying. Like there's no reason for it. Like it's fine. I've had it for I don't know, what are we on, 244 days, and I had a little stubble when I started those, so it's been, was that 8 months since I shaved? Probably over 8 months, 8.5 months. So it's time. In the dark, ignored, the starving child howls as pockets and waistlines expand amongst the rich and fat, serving themselves and their other. Fire rains from heaven, reducing stone to rubble and man to rat. I feel like I should recognize that, but I don't think that I do. It's funny, I kind of think of the rat race at the end of it. It's like we've all kind of been unknowingly indoctrinated into this. Hey, Bree, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good night, Bree. Hopefully the lives will be back to a somewhat semblance of normality going forward. I didn't really have time to get my new audio stuff set up, so I'm streaming off the phone. I've got my other camera like kind of taken down. Not the camera taken down, but the stand is out of the way, so that's why we're on the phone tonight. But still at the streaming setup, but not using this fancy stream. It is what it is. We're making the best with what we have. That's awesome. Hey, Trey. Welcome, welcome. Here I am to bless you with my presence. I appreciate you being here. I don't know if you just tuned in or if you were here a little earlier, but I'm dropping a little breadcrumb of I'm going to shave my beard off on this stream. So that's going to happen at some point. So that's going to be exciting, I think. Bree says, yeah, I'm having a good night. Just laid down, and I was so stoked to see you were live. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that I can be the background ambience, that noise for your evening. Yeah, the beard. I think the beard is going. Oh, it's okay. Trey, I'm going to trade one beard for two chins. It's going to be a great deal. I make that joke every time I shave my face. It's time. 38. 25. This is a prompt I got from Cody. The prompt was camper, camper, where art thou? And the way that I went with it is home away from home, thinking about my time in the camper is basically not going to happen anymore, very rarely, just for the next little interim time, because Ryan Joyce, this is clearly a transition from female to male. Okay, I don't understand the clearly part. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's not true, but thanks. The prompt that I got from Cody is talking about my time in the camper, and I'm not going to be staying in it anymore because I got a job promotion pseudo, and I get to be home every night, so I don't have to stay out of town. I'm still covering that territory until somebody backfills my position, but for the time being, I'll be driving down, doing my work, and then coming home. And it's just pretty exciting that that is not a thing that I thought I would ever get. The situation where I ended up receiving the promotion is kind of shitty. Like overall, somebody else fucked up and got punished for it, and that it is what it is. Like you got to feel empathy and still do what's best for you in the end. So yeah, so the way I went with with the poem is like my time and thinking about my time in the camper. So I took it as like a home away from home. I'm gonna read this one and then I'll get back to chat. But this is 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Camper, camper, home away from home. This box has been my palace, my prison, and my peace, a sanctuary from the world's malice, paid for in full, the holder of my own lease. Now that this chapter has ended almost overnight, I can't help but feel a little empty. Did I really want out, or do I just like the fight? Questions I never thought a camper would invoke in me. While I was there, the world seemed too far away to be real. All of the daydreams I schemed, I never thought this one would be real. I know, real with real, meh, but it flowed. I like it. Yeah, I like that one. Fallout question. Have you watched the series? How does it compare to the game? I actually am a huge fan of the series. I think they did a really good job with it. They did not shy away from the gritty and the gruesome that world would have. Like you get to see they don't do any of the shadow puppetry. Like you just see things that's like, oh, whoa, that's okay. That's exactly how that would happen. So I think they did a really good job with the show. I bet it's nice to be home in your own bed every night. It is, and it's something that I'm still getting used to. Like it's definitely something that I'm starting to like people in my social circle are like, oh hey, you're going to be around more, and like getting invited to things is like, oh yeah, I can actually go to those things, or I get to be home so I can do upkeep on the house, so my whole weekend isn't dedicated to running errands and doing chores. Like I'm having more time for myself and more time for my hobbies and more time for writing and more time for the channel, and it's weird, and it's definitely an adjustment period of my mental and my mind. I have a Fallout question. Would I need to play the game to understand the show? Absolutely not. There are some things in the show that you won't get immediately, but they do a really good job of kind of circling back and making it like a standalone narrative. Like being someone who has played the games, parts of the show pissed me off for a moment, but it's little stuff like that if you didn't play the game like a diehard fan, you would never know, and it would just be a good show. So watching it as its own thing, I think is perfectly valid. I think the show is great as a standalone unit. But granted, that's all. Everything is subjective, and everybody has an opinion. So I'm sure there's people out there, and I've read other people's reviews that are like, "This is garbage." I didn't think so. I thought it was great. Thanks. The real has two different meanings to you. That's true. Yeah. I never thought about it like that, Cody. Yeah, that's a good point. When I was thinking of the sentence, it means two different things. I would probably change it when I go back and rewrite it, but I like it now. Make me proud, my future self, or who I know I'll be. Okay, gotcha. Make me proud, my future self. No, I'm saying if I if I was writing it off stream, Cody, like if I was just writing this myself and I had time to sit back and like go through and turn on editor brain, I would probably end up changing it. But the stuff that is written in these books doesn't get changed. I mean, it gets minorly edited, but that will be that way when it makes it into the next book. Sorry, I might have misspoke, but yeah. How do I say your username? Lurventut? Lurventet? Hello. Long story short, I don't want to mispronounce that name. Kylie asks, are you an author? I am self-published. I have a book published on Amazon, and I have another book that I'm working on. 2 other books that I'm working on. One of them was supposed to be out like 2 months ago, and life is happening. But okay, yes, I am. Thank you, Bird. I have a hard time saying yes, but yes, I am. Yeah, I think so. No, he's an artist. I appreciate you, Trey. All right, let's start this poem for JH. We'll start it at 46:20. Lurv and Tut. I know my neck is like trying to speak while sitting in the dentist chair, prepped up with gear in your mouth. Lurv and Tut. Okay. No worries. It's just not one that I've seen before. I appreciate the explanation. Thank you. I give the same issue with my last name. It's always like, how do you spell or pronounce that? You're into poetry and poems. So I write a lot of poetry. Yes, I write prompt poems on stream. I take prompts from chat and take about 10 to 15 minutes and write little short poems, and then we do readbacks. So I'm writing on one right now, and then I've finished a couple more earlier in stream. And after we fill up, so this is another book that we have filled all the way. Once I fill up one of these notebooks, I move it over into Microsoft Word. Well, I use Word right now. I move it over onto a digital platform and work on putting it together as a book and making it available to the channel. Still working on the first one. That has been done for some time. Life got busy, but yeah, I work on poetry and poems. I'm into poetry and poems as a good way to summarize that. I have a very bad habit of over explaining, so feel free to shut me up like Bird does. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but do you read much poetry or short stories? If so, who is your favorite? I don't actually. Like I don't read very much poetry aside from like the occasional book that I pick up. my last purchase of a poetry book was by author Tyler Moore, and it was called Galaxy of Ink, I think was the name of the book. And it's kind of a narrative poetry storytelling piece. Tyler Moore's a great person. He's got a Facebook page, runs a author group that I'm a part of, and it's like indie author communities, like short stories. Henry author, J.L. Henry. He has one, Don't Shoot or Don't Kill the Drunken Sailor. That's another indie book that I've read that I really enjoyed. But I don't read short stories very much. I read a lot of high fantasy or science fiction kind of stuff. Like if I'm gonna read, I want to turn on escape brain. So I don't read a lot of poetry outside of the community. Like people post their poems in the Discord, I'll read those, and I very much enjoy reading what people have written that I know and on that personal level. But like Robert Frost is probably like my favorite known author, like known poet. I really enjoy his work. Do you have any fruit trees or interesting plants? No, I have a lot of garbage plants, like weeds that grow in my yard that do their best to impersonate a lawn. I live in Alaska, so fruit trees are few and far between. If you like crab apples, we have crab apples, or cranberry bushes. We have a lot of cranberry bushes, but we don't have anything cool. I mean, cranberry bushes are cool, but we don't have like fruit trees, unless it's apples. Are fruits and veggies expensive or imported? Produce is a tad expensive. It's not unreasonable. Like if you want to get something organic or that kind of stuff, that's all imported. We do have Alaska Grown is a produce company that does stuff here in AK. So, but even that stuff's just as expensive as regular veggies that get imported. But produce doesn't last very long. Usually, when you get it from the grocery store up here, you've got to eat it in the next couple of days. Like you don't have a lot of time for it to sit in the fridge, or it's just going to go bad. Fruit, especially, like you got to eat fruit basically the day of or the day after, or it's meh. It goes bad very quickly. Are small planes normal to have like a car as pictured on TV? It depends on the community. Some communities do have bush planes. It's not like every person's going to have a bush plane. No, they're still very expensive. But people that do have them or have use for them or need for them, like the people that live really remote, they have their own little landing strips they can fly into. Like that's not super uncommon. Like it wouldn't be the strangest thing somebody said to you. It's like, oh yeah, we all got in the plane and went to wherever they went to. Like, for whatever community they're headed to. But it's not like you can go down to the dealership and just pick up a small plane. No, it's not like that. It's a little bit televised. Hey, Stony, good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Do you do any true crime poetry? Is that a genre? I have never heard that term before. It seems interesting. That's time 58:32. Okay, let's see. Do you know the ratio of water to substrate for shoebox containers for Uncle Ben? No, I do not know the ratio offhand, man. I do not know, Stony. I'm not sure, but 90 seconds probably does. That's a quick search. Okay, this is a prompt for JH, and it's "Make me proud, my future self, or who I know I'll be." I wrote this poem in 12 minutes and 12 seconds. I envision this as a letter to your future self. At least that's how I've written it, so picture it as me talking to future self. I haven't done you any favors. Even-keeled I am certainly not. But I hope the fires I've walked through help in your endeavors. May you find the peace I've sought. Faith is fleeting lately, setting on my shoulders as a falling sun. I have to believe you'll choose kindness when you want to hate me. Remember, I didn't know what you do when our story begun. I hope you repay every slight, make true the times I thought I lied. When every day felt like a fight, I kept watering where I planted pride. I really like how that one came out. Thank you for the prompt, JH. I like that one a lot. That would be a cool one to expand on. Oh, we're at the halfway mark. We're at the stitching. We're at the official 50-50 mark of the book. Great one. That's another great one. Thank you. Yeah, I think that would be a really fun one. That'd be a really fun concept to do like a whole piece on, like a whole work. It would be like letters to my future self. That would be a lot of fun. That'd be a very cool project. I'm gonna put that as a note. I'm sure that's been done before, but I'd be really surprised if it hasn't been done before. I'm sure it has. Thank you, JH. Thank you for the prompt. I appreciated that one a lot. Well, we're at the 6:15. We're at the mark. I think I'm going to put you guys back on the tripod, take a break from poetry for a while, and I'm going to shave my face. I'm going to shave my beard off, and it's going to be bad, but you're here with me. I hope you're doing well. You know I'm trying. I like that. That's a good way of expressing it, M4, absolutely. All right, into the tripod with you guys. Uh-oh, that fell. Let me put you guys in here. This is going to be a little bit bumpy, and I have to make sure that everything is moved first, so give me just a second. Here, we can look at this really cool picture on the wall. Look at that. Look at that painting. You guys should all talk about how cool that painting is. Good job, Trippy. Go in the bedroom. Go in there. Come on, Tito. Go in there. Back up. Sure. Okay. Love you too. Thanks. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I had to go get final kisses in while I still had a beard, so now we're on our way. Do 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 do. Ah. Ah. All right, let's turn this on. Let me raise you up. Do you guys raise up anymore? Yes. And what if we flip this? Let's see. I'm not going to be able to see, but you guys should be able to see me. Well, this isn't going to work. Hey, Jill. Oh, this is a funny time to tune in. This is going to be like Samson cutting his hair. Oh no. Let's see. What if I flip you around? Will I be able to see what you see then? Yeah, okay, cool. Now I can see you seeing me. And I can still see me. Sweet. Alright. Let's get that out of here. Get my big old tub of hair cutting implements. Yeah, Jill, I have decided that I'm going to be shaving my beard off and wanted to do it on stream so people had an opportunity to say goodbye and it wouldn't be a complete surprise when I post a short tomorrow looking like a completely different person. So we did 3 poems and now I'm saying goodbye. I think this is going to be the first time in several years that I am shaving my beard sober, which is a milestone for me because I used to just do it while I was not attached to my faculties. And I'd wake up and it would be just as much a surprise to me as it was to the rest of the world. So, let's get you plugged in. This is going to be a terrible noise. Oh god, that's terrible. I wonder if this one would be better. Let's see. So I usually go through a phase about once a summer, Bree, where I really don't like my beard anymore and I want it gone. And I've just been dealing with that for the last couple of weeks. Like, I got out of the shower today and I washed my beard and it still just feels annoying. It's not dirty, it doesn't feel bad, but it's like it annoys me. And I don't really understand it because I'm at this stage. Like right now. There's no itching, it's not dirty, it's clean, it's just annoying. And I don't know, it's like a mental thing. Sick move ditching the pants. Well, I'm still wearing shorts, but I guess it's all over but the crying. Where should we start? Like, what would the first step be? Do I do one side, and then I can do like a before and after, do a side-by-side? Should I just dive in? I don't know. But we get to see the baby face. Yeah, I'm trading one beard for 2 chins, Jill. That's my favorite joke I make when I shave. Oh my, how distinguished. Bird, do you remember that I did that too? This thing sucks. I haven't seen my upper lip in a long time. Oh yeah. All right, I have to go show Sheeb this before I cut the rest of it off. Oh God. Oh no. All right, I'll be right back. Sorry, you're gonna get like phases of this as this transition. Okay, look, bye. Hey, just get in here. Hey, just get in here. Go. Come on here. Okay, I'm back. Looking different already. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Wow, I can see my teeth a lot better. That's gross. It's pretty bad when your beard binds up the beard trimmer. There. I'll just leave it like this. Seems fine, right? I can't believe that people do this kind of crap intentionally. It's like, yeah, this is a good look. What? I look like I have things drawn on my face now. No offense to anybody that has this hairstyle. I mean, you probably rock it, but man, I don't. I'm not being super careful with my sideburns because I'm going to do the undercut all the way up anyway. So Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, we're just gonna speed run it. It's like chiseling the art out of a stone, right? That's how this is a good metaphor for that. I would not be surprised if I go down to like 0 subs for after tomorrow. Just so everyone's aware, this is not how I would ordinarily shave. I'm doing it in this fashion specifically because I'm being recorded. Yeah, it's happened twice. Like every time I shave my face, Joe, where I'll walk into the building, or the next time I see my coworker, and I will literally jump scare him. I'll turn around and talk to him, and he. Ugh. Falling on the floor. I look like Jafar. Bring me Aladdin. Alright, well, that's not the worst. I look like a 15-year-old kid, but it is what it is. I can't be 15, I have gray hairs. Just a little tiny guy. All right, done deal. Well, let's see. And the young man emerges. Something like that. Don't look too close. Let's see. I'm digging the lack of beard, so the first thing that sticks out to me is once the beard was gone, your eyes stood out to me more. Yeah, the thing about when you can see my upper lip part of my face is when I smile. It's like, it's really, really pronounced. Whereas in when I have a beard on my face, you really see it in my eyes. But I just look kind of crunchy and old now. I feel like I look older without my beard, but All right, I have to go talk to Sheeb and see if I pass the vibe check, if I'm still allowed to live here, or if I got to pack up. So I'll be right back. Thanks. Watch out, dogs. No, you stay. No dogs in the office. Go away. Hiya! All right. Okay, we're back. I can stay. I can stay, but my chin is now hurdy, is what I was told. So. My wife and daughter hate when I shave my beard off. Yeah, I don't do it very often. I usually do it like once a year, so before I shave, and I'll go back and actually use a razor and clean up all this nonsense for now, and we'll start actual fresh. But and then later tonight, when Sheeb is up for it, I'll get my undercut done and just have the stuff on top. So, but meanwhile, in the meantime, I can do the front beard, right? Oh, it's not quite long enough. It's a back beard. What? Oh, uh-oh. What was your prompt from earlier, Trey? I must have missed it. Trying to scroll. Don't disconnect. What prompt did I miss? Was it from an earlier stream? Yeah, it's definitely going to be kind of strange. Like, people will know it's still me because I'll have the hat on when I do my check-in videos. But yeah, I could be a completely different person. I'm a shapeshifter. A poem about how Texas is better than Alaska. All right, you asked for it. Da, 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 da. Texas better than Alaska. A fantasy poem. For Trey. Let's see. Oh no. We're into it now. Let's see. 8145 we'll call it. What is up? Looking good. I look like you, bub. I just need my little wispies. We could be twinsies. Twinsies. All right, Texas being better than Alaska, a fantasy poem. Let's get started on this one. Not to change the subject, but how's the audio and new equipment hookup coming along? I am mid setup. That's why I'm streaming from the phone tonight. So there's a funny story associated to this, Jill, and it's because Bird is a schemer, is what happened. So I got the audio mixer. I requested the audio mixer that I got because Bird recommended it. Bird, knowing full well that my microphone would not plug into this audio mixer, suggested that I get this audio mixer. So I get it, I open it, I'm very excited. I go to set it up, and it takes a different plug-in than my mic. So I have to get a new microphone. I have to get a new microphone, a better microphone. And then that's fine. I order a new microphone. I'm very happy that I order a new microphone because I've been procrastinating and putting it off for a little while. I run into Bird a few days later and I say, "Hey, I got this new stuff." And then I said, "Yeah, but it's an XLR. It doesn't take a USB mic." And then Bird looks at me with the sweetest face and goes, "I know." And I just was like, "You tricked me into bettering myself, Bird. How could you?" So the audio mixer is still in the box. I got a portable recording booth so I can actually set this up on the wall right next to my desk over here. And I got a new microphone and XLR cables to go in said booth. So it should be good. Bird, I hope that you know that I'm being somewhat sarcastic. Like I did a little bit of research. I just didn't actually catch that I needed to get a new microphone. I thought I would have an adapter or a way to use the one that I have. Like I understand that it was not with ill will. Oh no, Trey, I doubt that Bird wants my old equipment. Bird's equipment is way nicer than mine. Bird is the one I'm talking to about what I should get because I want to sound as good as Bird. All right, that's time, 89:20. We took the gloves off. We took the gloves off for Trey's poem of Texas being better than Alaska. So I wrote a poem, and it is Texas being better than Alaska, a fantasy poem. I put a little bit of like throwing the gauntlet down. We'll see. Feel free to come after me. This is Trey's poem, and I wrote it in 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Someone told me Texas was the best. I didn't know second place got an award. We're bigger than the rest. If only a Texan map showed northward. I guess you're the best at being hot, rivaling only the devil's halls most days. If Texas was as perfect as everyone says, I wonder why nobody stays. Every state is the best at something, though, but when it comes to Texas, there isn't a trace. Although some of my favorite people I know come from the professional second place. Come after me, but just know it's in good spirits. There, now I didn't skip your poem, Trey. I cannot get over looking at my face. I want to put it back now. I'm dying. Don't die. Texas is so big, the ambulance will never get to you in time. Alaska is so big, we have to use helicopters, you know, like a real state. Watch out, Trippy. Watch out, Trippy. I'm making fun of Texas. Watch out, Trippy. I'm making fun of Texas. Okay, we're back. Yeah, no, that's a real worry in a lot of Alaska too. And like, if you're not in a few very certain places, like you have to be medevaced if you need serious medical attention, and it is like an actual issue. So I hope that wasn't. It was not intended to be like an intentional joke. I mean, I understand that's a very real logistical problem in large places, of which Texas and Alaska are both. Yeah. Okay, good. It's like, I might talk a lot of shit on Texas, but it's all in good fun. Like literally some of my favorite people I've ever met are from Texas. And it's a lot of this exact interactions. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for my stream though. I'm just gonna do some wind down and maybe just leave the camera on and maybe mess with my audio stuff, but I'm probably just gonna spend the next few minutes just kind of unwinding. I enjoy the shit talking, yeah. Well, I'm glad. It's not something that I usually get to do very. Oh god, no, that's way worse. We gotta have this on. At least this, there's some kind of familiarity this way. If I take the hat off, I look like just a complete stranger. What is this? This looks a lot weirder without my beard. Oh man, all right. Yeah. But I'm really hoping that I can just put that recording thing into the wall and not need to put a stand on it, because I don't want to lose the floor space of this part of the wall, but I don't think it mounts that way. So I think I'm gonna have to figure out something to rig it up. Actually, I should just open that. Let's see what's inside. Let's do an unboxing. Ooh. And inside the box is a bag. And inside the bag is a box. Really clever packaging. Okay, this is kind of a very obscure question, but who in chat has listened to Rattle and Bog? I think it's Young Dubliners. I don't know who does it originally, if it's not them, but the name of the song is Rattle and Bog. That just started playing in my head. Whoop, what is this? My booth has a warranty, so that's cool. Ooh. This is fancy. Ooh, all the hardware just fell on the floor. Okay, so it comes like folded up like this, and then you unfold it, and it's just like this. And then these move. Oh, okay, so you can make it like really, really tight or open it up, close it in. Bro looks a million times different. Yeah, it's I'm basically a shapeshifter, Curtis. Lose the beard and I'm just a set of eyes with a different face. Okay. Okay, so this thing, it attaches to a mount with these little clamps. So if I just put something in the wall that this clamp could fit around, I could just mount it right to the wall, just like this. But then I have to get my microphone to mount to it. Judgment, how long have you been growing the beard for? Let's see, 8.5, 9 months, I think that was. I started my sobriety check-in videos, so we're on day 244, and I had like a little bit of a beard. Let me go back and look and see how much of a beard I had in the first few of those. Is it weird to watch my own content while I'm on stream? Is that, I'm not cheating, right? I'm not going to generate views. Let's see. It's kind of funny looking through my shorts because you can just see my beard grow like crazy. Chat, I've been making these videos a long time. Okay, so no, I had a decent beard when I started. I probably had like a 1 month beard when I started these. So yeah, I don't know. Probably like 10 months. Beard shaving to unboxing, I'm thoroughly enthralled. Yeah, probably like 10 months. No, it's definitely not years. Not at all. My beard grows, it's insane how fast my facial hair grows. When I go to this, it'll be really obvious now because I've gone back to baby faced, but it's stupid. I hate it. Yeah, I mean, some people's hair does grow at different speeds. Like, I don't really do anything for it. It's a problem that I've had. I see it as a problem from the time I've been like 15 or 16. I've had kind of a full beard and I've had to shave. Like my beard, if I let my natural hairline grow, it grows on the tops of my cheeks. So like up here. So if I don't shave it, like this is where my line is now because it's very clearly defined because I hit the stuff on my cheeks with like a razor a lot more often. But my dad's beard is the same way. It grows like straight across his face. Like it just goes like this. And it is insane. Like it's I used to get very frustrated with it. But yeah, looking back at day 8 when I started these, I'll say probably like a month, maybe a month and a half, like 6 weeks of beard growth. It gets into like that awkward teenage stage and then it sits there for a long time and then it just seems to like explode in a very short time frame. And throughout that time I was just lining the edges up and like keeping it kind of nice and neat, and you can see when I get lazy and it gets messy for a while in a few videos, but I haven't done this in quite a while actually. I think this is the first time Sheeb has actually seen my whole baby face. Because last time I shaved, I just shaved the middle of my face as a line and left my muttons. So I'm not sure. I do need to plug my phone in though, or you guys are gonna die. My phone is going to, not you guys. That's not a threat, YouTube. So yeah, I think this thing I'll be able to install it on the wall. If I can just screw something into the wall, these clamps will attach to it, and I can just put it like right here on the wall. But I have to figure out how the microphone's going to attach to it. Because I was hoping, for some reason I thought this came with a stand for the mic to attach to, but I could grow a killer beard. Yeah. You show 'em, bird. Alright, so there's this, and that goes like that. Well, that's cool. I like this thing. This is sweet. that up there. And I already did the XLR, so I wish I knew more about microphones, but I don't. I'm kind of an idiot. Hair grows on my upper cheeks and under my eyes quickly, but my beard grows very slowly, so I end up looking like a weird werewolf. It's very annoying to shave. Yeah. I like this part of your face, like at least on my face, is like the most aggravating. Like the top of the cheekbone. I don't need hair there. Like stop trying, body. Please stop. In this case, the pen is mightier. Haha. Whoa. It's an empty box. Whoa. Okay, so this is the Rode NT1. Yeah, no, Bird, you are busy, Bird. I will not bother you. I'm also working tomorrow, so I'll try to set it up before stream, and if I don't, I'll just do the phone stream again. Maybe I'll start stream a little bit later and try to get this thing set up. So this says Rode mic, which it's in a tiny little box. You're not gonna explode on me, are you? There's a little bag with nothing inside of it. I should do this as a short and be like an idiot opens a microphone. What's inside? This is an empty box. Ooh. It's a microphone. That's crazy. Man, this thing's kind of fancy. Fancy microphone. But we are closing in on that 7 o'clock mark, so another like 4 more minutes and I can probably end stream. I don't really have a time limit for stream. It's just kind of arbitrary. I've set this expectation in my head, and this is the cable. Is this a stand? Do I get a stand? I don't think I get a stand. This is a shock mount with a pop filter, so that's cool. I'll have a pop filter. And the pop, multiple mic compatible, sweet. We're gonna be all kinds of fancy. If I don't break it first. Okay, that's the pop filter. Very cool. Very cool, much wow. That thing's... And this is an empty box. That didn't sound empty, but it sure felt empty. Okay, I have a bunch of stuff and I'm opening it and I don't have anywhere to set it. So I'm gonna set this on the floor. I'm gonna look longingly into the camera, and I want to thank you all for being here. Some of you I've never talked to before tonight. Some of you have been here since the very beginning of me doing lives, and I appreciate being able to share just being me with you guys. I appreciate you every time I post one of these, every time I write poems with you guys. It just feels very reassuring. If this is your first time here, my name is John. I am in recovery and I record my sobriety journey and my poetry writing on YouTube. So I do daily check-ins. I have a Discord channel that we run that is a sobriety space, a poetry writing space, anything that you're looking for. If you have questions about that, I have a book. The link for it is on my channel page. My email address is there if you want to reach out and talk directly, or you just want to say something. Like, the means to do that are there. I appreciate you all being here, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. I know that it's pretty cringe to say this kind of crap, but I really appreciate everyone in this community. Like, those of you that I have been fortunate enough to learn by name and like talk to, I've come to think of you as like friends when I hang out on stream. And those of you that are here know who you are. Those of you that aren't here will see this later and know who you are. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Ooh, what's this deleted message? What did I miss? Ah, I see. Perfect. Thanks, Bird. You were on it. Yeah, there's the links, and thank you all for being here. I will talk to you tomorrow morning when I do my check-in. We'll see all the comments on that one. I can't wait for the Chuck Norris comment. If you know, you know. Have a good rest of your night.